Oh, okay, that was me. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Okay, so yes, it's clear now. So please drop in the comments. Let me know where you're joining me from. Okay, please just let me know where you're joining me from. You can mention your location, and I also like to know what you do. So we just have how many minutes? We have 2 more minutes. Yes, 2 minutes before we kick off, 8 o'clock, and we're going to kick off right on time. So let me know where you are joining me from. Let me know where you're joining me from. Drop it in the comments. Let me know where you're joining me from. Just mention your location and also let me know what you do. Are you a coach? Are you a consultant? Are you a service provider? Let me know. So if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm looking at my phone. Your comments will be dropping on my phone this way because this is where I'll be sharing my slides from. So I'll be looking at my phone this way. So please drop in the comments. It's good to have you here. We have some early birds here. It's good to have you here early. So just drop it in the comments so that I know where you're joining me from. I'm joining from Abuja, Nigeria. So let me know where you are joining me from. We have just a few minutes. Oh, good. We have 1 more minute. So I'm going to arrange my slides now. Let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know where you're joining me from. And can you hear me? I hope I'm audible. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, just type one. If you can hear me, just type one. Just type one if you can hear me. Just type one if you can hear me. Just type one if you can hear me. If you can hear me, just type one. So I'm going full screen now. How to structure your coaching or consulting business to attract more high-paying clients. Who are those with me here? Let me be sure you can hear me. So please give me some feedback, okay? Please give me some feedback. Please give me some feedback. Let me be sure you can hear me. Let me be sure you can hear me. Please give me some feedback. Please give me some feedback. Just type one in the comments and I know I'm audible. Um, type one in the comments and I'll know I'm audible. Oh, good. Thank you, Edu. Thank you, because I was wondering, oh, hope I'm not just talking to myself because I can't know the feedback. I can't know if you can hear me. On my phone, it's on. I had to off the volume so that it doesn't echo. So I can't know unless I get feedback. Thank you so much, Edu. Thank you so much. Okay, so I guess we can proceed. Let me know where you're joining from. Please let me know where you are joining me from. All right. Yay. Okay. Cafe Africa says, I can hear you. Awesome. You guys are amazing. All right. So it's 8 o'clock. Yay. Let's kick off, right? Let's kick off. My slides are on the screen, right? Yes, I'll be able to see your comments as they come in here. Joy says she can hear me. Thank you, Joy. Chika. Good to have you all here. All right. So a few things just to help you make the most of this session. I would like you to please on your phone, just so that you can see this clearly, especially if you are watching on your phone. Hi, Fortune, welcome. Daily Word, thank you. Enugu, Nigeria. It's good to have you here. Yay, Gigina. Hi, Amber. Good. Thank you so much for being here, Gigina. Unye from Enugu. Good to have you here. All right, so a few things to just help you make the most of this session, especially for most of you who will be watching this on your phones. I would like you to do this while I do it also on my own phone over here. Tap your screen, all right? When you tap the screen, just tap that icon on the top right hand. It's the gear or settings icon. It's called settings. It's called gear icon. Anyone, just tap it on the top right hand, and then select quality and increase that quality to higher picture quality. So by default, it will be auto, which is recommended. Just tap on higher picture quality and you have a better view. All right, so we're going to go right into our session for tonight. Thank you so much, guys, for making it here. Amazing. All right, today's workshop is on how to structure your coaching or consulting business to attract more high-paying clients. As we go, I'll introduce myself for those of you who have never met me before. I'm so glad you're here, and I'll be introducing myself in a bit. But I just want to know who you are, if you really are the right person to be here, all right? So is this you? And as I mentioned these examples, all right, these situations, please type in the comments, that's me. Oh yes, that's me. And I'll know that, okay, it is sinking. We are on the same page, all right? So is this you? You are phenomenal at what you do as an experienced coach, expert, or consultant or leader. And you have helped clients in the past achieve amazing results. But you are at this point in your business where you want more. You want more high paying clients. You want more revenue. Is that you? Drop in the comments. Let me know if that's you. Is this you? You show up consistently online, right? You sell your high ticket offer, but you keep attracting the exact people you don't want. People who always tell you they cannot afford it. Please let me talk to my dog. Oh yes, something happened, I could not pay. Those are not the kind of people you want to attract. People who just have one objection or the other, right? And this has affected the way you sell because you feel like this is people rejecting you. And so that rejection has affected the way you sell to the point that you find yourself slashing your prices a lot, always trying to convince them in the DM why they need this offer. You see yourself sometimes offering scholarships, discounts, all those things, even when you know that this money is not so expensive. Even you that you've invested in other coaches, you know what it is to invest, but people are just not investing in you, investing in your offers. Is this you? Is this you also? The strategies you've applied in the past have tried. They brought you here, but you know, in your heart, you know that they lack the capacity to take you to the next level of growth you desire, especially for the rest of this year going into 2025. We know very well that, the year, even though it seems like it's fast ending, it still has a good chunk of it that a lot can be achieved in. And you know very well that all the strategies you applied from January to this point have not taken you too far. And now you know that you need something that would help you finish this year strong. Is this you? Is this you? You need direction on what to do because you know yesterday's strategies won't yield you the results you desire. So you seek deeper insights from someone who has been around, someone who understands what you're experiencing and knows exactly how to lead you right, especially as it pertains to your expertise. Is that you? You have been, for the past few weeks, I've been meeting with a lot of clients and they keep telling me it has been on my mind. I've been making up my mind that I know I need a coach. I need somebody who can tell me, see, this thing you're doing is wrong. Okay, do it this way. Is that you who just wants to listen to what exactly you need to do in today's session? Let me know if that's you. All right, let me know if that is you. Let me know if that's you. All right, so today's session is going to be phenomenal because there's going to be a lot I'll share with you. I'll share with you 3 powerful secrets that will completely transform your perspective to selling high tickets. These secrets will help you attract the best clients who pay you whatever your price is without you having to overly convince them in the DM or respond to a gazillion objections. Yes, it is real. It can happen to you. This is how my business functions, and I'll show you how to achieve that tonight. The 3 powerful secrets I'll show you tonight will enable you multiply your revenue easily and consistently without you multiplying the work that you currently do. My clients know me. I'm all about easy, soft work. It's not about toil, it's not about hard work. No, there's soft, smart work. Just know the simple things to do and you'll get results. These powerful secrets will reveal them to you. Now, who am I? In case you've never met me before, my name is Amber Eyang Ajakaye. All right, I help coaches, experts, consultants, and leaders to sign on premium clients easily without the hustle or overwhelm. So what I do is I help you implement the right processes that streamline. I help you streamline your process. I help you attract higher paying clients, and I help you multiply your revenue. Everything without having to go through a lot of overwhelm. All right. So all the things you see people jumping up and down, you must do this, you must dance. That's not what we learn over here. All right. I'll show you the simple strategic methods, things you need to do that help you get results. That's how I help my clients. Now, where did I just come from? No, I didn't just jump up from nowhere. I've been around. I've been serving as a coach since 2016, right? Since 2016, I started serving as a coach online. All right. And even though at that time I was coaching, I was not really taking it as a business because at the time I was doing a 9 to 5. Until 2019, 3 years later, when I was, told to leave the job. The job, my office couldn't afford to have us all, so they had to cut down some staff. And I was some of the people, part of the people that were cut out. And somewhere I was able to pick up stuff, but the way my business went, it got to the point where I knew there needed to be more to me, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Until I found myself testing and testing and testing and testing stuff until in 2020 when I tried to sell a premium offer. At that time in 2020, I was going to sell, I sold an offer at 180K, 180K, right? 7 people paid for that offer back in 2020. 7 people paid for that offer. But guess what happened? After those people paid for the offer, I went back to my safe zone because for me, I just felt like my business wasn't fully equipped for the high ticket model. I didn't think I could carry it. I had a lot of imposter syndrome, working in my life at the point. I felt like a fraud. I felt like I'm not sure I can handle this. Because of that, I tried so hard. I worked overtime trying to impress the clients. All of that. Even though what all the things I was doing was this exact thing I just told you. A lot of hard work, but no smart work. So all of that made me feel incapable, all right? Everything I did lacked strategy. The entire process to delivering the offer, this 180K offer, the process was complex. It was overwhelming for me. It was overwhelming for the clients. The success rate, those 7 people, it was low. But guess what? Only one person followed through to the end. And for me, that one person was like, please, can you just prove to me that I am not a joke here? Please. The rest had already zoned out before the program finished. They didn't finish it. So I didn't get results. They didn't get results. It was a mess. It was like I had failed. So even the imposter was true. you know, One person followed to the end. For me, that was me just trying to prove validation, to prove that, Amber, at least, could you have something here? Now, did she achieve results is the question. She followed through to the end, but did she achieve results? Well, the program ended. But a few months later, I reached out. She reached out to me. And she was checking in on me. How you doing? I was like, Chichi, I've not been seeing you online. What's going on? And she told me there what happened. Do you know that after my webinar, Amber, I had this organization reach out to me and they asked me to come do some stuff in their office, and I was paid $2,000. And then they asked me to come again. And this time around, they hired me full time. Amber, see the chat. Amber, I earn $14,000 a month today. I cannot believe it. And I'm like, eh? You said what? This is literally me in the chat with her. She says, I feel like I don't deserve it. I punch myself. I feel like I'm an imposter. And I'm like, you're kidding me. She says, because it was only that one webinar that I did and a few months of certification that landed me these jobs. Wow. What I wrote there, Jesus, because I was in shock. You mean, and I know the heart and might she put into that webinar. I was there all through because this was the person I wanted to use to prove that I knew something in this direction. To tell my imposter that you are lying to me, But you know what happened even after hearing all of that? I still lacked the strategy for more. I have done this for Chichi, but where is the lever to do it for the next person, the next set of people? How can I even remember what exactly I did? Because it was trial and error. Because it was me trying to prove myself, so I did too much, and I don't even remember what I did that worked. So that was it. No firm strategies on ground for me to take up to even sell this again. I lost the confidence. Now, here's what happened. 2 years later, my husband and I moved to Dubai. And if you know Dubai very well, you know it's an expensive country. And even if you are here trying to manage your 5,000 naira offers, which was what I was trying to just sell at the time, because I had moved from selling 180K offer to 5,000 naira offers. In fact, at that time, I was in the heat of selling video editing. I don't know if some of you here bought my video editing course for 5,000 naira. That course went viral. That was my safe zone. 5K offers, 10K offers. The high that was my safe zone. My highest offer at the time was ebook launch program, which was 35K, because I was even afraid to sell it at 50K. Yes. So 2 years later, my husband and I moved to Dubai, and knowing how expensive that country is, I knew that this 5K is a joke, Amber. You know that can't work in this country. How would 5K sustain me in an expensive country? How can it help me even support my husband to pay bills? How can it? How much? How many 5Ks can I possibly sell? 5,000 naira. How much is that in dollar? Right now, it should be about $2. So it's a complete joke. Of course, not $2, but that should be about $4, which is not any different, anyways. I was left with no choice but to figure it out. Because when he hooks you here, I was telling a client yesterday, I said he hooked me here, and I knew that there's nothing else I could do. It was between me and the deep blue sea. Yes, I was left with no choice but to figure it out or dust my CV and go and look for a job. And if you know Dubai very well, Dubai is not a country where they employ blacks. They employ blacks. They are rude towards blacks. They whole write it in their process. Say, please don't apply if you're a Nigerian. In fact, blacks okay, say Nigeria, they will specifically write it there. So this was not even an option for me to go and start looking for a job in a country that clearly they don't employ Nigerians. You know, I knew that no, Amber, you can't do this. So you have to figure this out. Sit where you are. You're a coach. Figure it out. Yes, figure it out. Because if not, what are you teaching people out there? So what did I do? How I had to figure it out. But there were a lot of confusions in my head. Went blank. Thank God for my phone over here. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Thank you for the feedback. I'm seeing the comments. Thank you so much. My screen just went blank. I just saw it over here on my phone, went black, and I'm like, oh, what just happened? Thank you so much, guys, for hanging around. Yes, it was my network. I'm back now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging on. Wow. Tech, these are the things we can't control, but thank God we're back. So let me know if you are still here. Drop one in the comments. Drop one in the comments. Drop one in the comments. Yay, Cafe Africa. Thank you so much. It says welcome. Thank you. I feel so loved. Thank you so much. All right. So, where was I? Where was I? Where was I? I'm going to share my screen again. Give me a second. Good, Justina, Jennifer, Kechi. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. So, let me just share my screen. That cuts me midway, so I have to recalibrate. Okay. So, great. All right. So, as I was saying, I said there were a lot of doubts in my head. Imposter syndrome took over completely, right? As I got to start asking myself a lot of questions. Will people pay? What if they can't afford? What if I put premium? Because, the economy, you want to charge people? Those were the questions in my head. What if they reject you? Can they afford? Okay, what process do I use this time around? Oh, do I need to go viral? Would they even buy? How do high ticket people buy if I want to start selling high ticket? Should I show off? Should I go and snap in front of those buildings in Dubai and show people like I'm making, money so that they'll believe me? Is that the technique? How should I test it? What systems should I use? What works today for high ticket? What do I even sell? Where do I sell it? Where do I show up? Do I go to Facebook groups? Should I go and sell to only Oyibo? What should I do? What do the Nigerians that have known me since? Where do I start from if I want to sell to Oyibo? Oh God, will people owe me? Should I tell them to pay every month? Those were the questions in my head. And I bet you, I'm very sure a lot of you here have asked yourself a lot of these kind of questions, especially when it comes to that decision of selling your high ticket offers. Maybe you are selling it right now, and for some reason, you're trying to sell it, and these doubts come in, especially when you're getting a lot of rejection, people saying they cannot afford it, and you're asking yourself, this economy is true. How would they even afford it? How would they even afford it? How would they afford it? Those are the questions you've been asking yourself. And so it has made it difficult for you to actually attract more clients because you doubt your capacity. You doubt that people can actually pay you. I like that. Kafi says very relatable. Thank you. Exactly. So what happened? The first thing I did to conquer all of this, anybody who knows me, my husband knows me for that. Before I sit down and second guess myself, I go out there and put it out there. So that now it's me and my integrity that are going to fight this out. I put out an offer for 350K, daring myself. If you know my handle, you know that that's what it means. I dare not dread. I put out an offer for 350K. I said, what's the worst that can happen? Because you see that 5K, enough is enough. It cannot even sustain me in this land, in this Dubai. It cannot sustain me here. I put out 350K. What's the worst that can happen? This is me having a chat with a client of mine, and we're just talking about a new offer. And she was saying, but I'm afraid, and I told her, don't worry, relax. One of those things. When I sold Maximize, I first sold it for 350K. My body was shaking. So she started laughing because I need to let people know the truth. I don't expect you to put it out and you stand on it like a champion and you will fear because it's your first time. I had never sold anything for 350K before. Remember the last one I sold at 180K? I chickened out. So this was me going higher. There were a lot of things in my head. But guess what? This started happening. People started reaching out to me because for some reason, whatever I was doing was working. See this person saying, can we start when I come back? I'll transfer 600K. This was a deposit though. People started willing to pay me in 6 figures, 600K. People asking me, okay, let's do Stripe. I'll pay through my dollar account. Quickly, I went to go open Stripe account. I was serious about achieving this result. I was waiting for the results to happen. Then this also started happening. People pay me. See people paying in 7 figures. People paying in dollars. People paying. There are a lot of stories around this that even when I look back and I'm like, how did this all happen? If not for God, if not for this shift that had to just force me into this new shift, payments coming in 6 figures. Me that was collecting 5K from people started being the one that people were transferring 7 figures into my account to work with me. Now, the strategies I applied to my own business to achieve those results, I applied it with my clients. That Maximize offer, that offer I told you 350K, I tried it with them. This time around, I had a better structure because this was me studying, okay, why did this work now? And I had better structure. And so I was more structured and effective in my application of the strategies this time. And they also got results. They were getting results. These were payments. This one said she was in church when alerts came in and she just, her dance tempo increased. This story here I was sharing a bit about one of my clients that had never sold anything before. Don't want to talk about it in a bit, just hold on to that. And then look at testimonials of people who had to dump their cheap offers and move to higher ticket offers because there was something that shifted with whatever it was I told them, whatever strategies it was I shared with them. All right. These are testimonials of real people selling their offers for higher tickets, you know, premium, finding people who will pay even in spite of the economy. Yes. And more testimonies, more testimonies, more testimonies. But let me share one of his testimonies there very clearly for you. This client of mine, you know, when she joined my program, my coaching program at the time, she did not, she was, you know, this kind of people who show up a lot online. People see them, they speak at people's, you know, events, they're well known for their authority, they're subject matter experts, but she was not earning. And you know, that kind of thing can be quite shameful. So you'll be ashamed to tell somebody. But I am somebody who, you know, my clients can trust me. They can open up to me. They are very vulnerable and I don't take it for granted. All right. And this client let me know that this was her situation. Amber, I've not earned anything. Yes, I have not. And you know, this somebody who didn't have an email list, didn't have a website, nothing of that sort. I told her, don't worry, she is me. We'll do it together. I held her hand. We did this together. We did this together. Now, from zero, this client earned up to 1 million in a day. The time she launched her offer, of course, things went quiet for a bit. Because she was still trying to master it, I said, don't worry, go back. Keep doing what I tell you to do. Now, all these payments you're seeing on the screen came in one day. One day. The first sign up came 350K. She messaged me, but my first payment just came in full. And I'm literally, I couldn't even type. I picked up the recorder. I recorded this thing in my Instagram DM. I was jumping all over the house in excitement because I was so hopeful for her. Before even up to 30 minutes, she sends me the next message. Another sign up just came in. And I'm like, yay. She goes to say, it's raining payments. So next thing we know, a third sign up comes in. Everything, I kid you not, happened in 1 hour. Yes. 1 million from not earning anything. In one day, over 1M. This is somebody who had never earned anything. That is the power of having the right strategy and applying it rightly. This is another client from the screenshots earlier. Of course, I'm opening up a few so that you have better context and understanding to it. All right, this client entered my DM and told me, you know what, Amber, I just threw away my old offers as we speak. Based on what I taught her, she just threw away. This is somebody who told me that, Amber, I will just size people up and say, no, this one cannot pay. Let me just give her 7K. This one cannot pay. It looks like I'll just charge her 5K. She was sizing people up by looking at their faces. And so she stayed broke. Now, she went from understanding what I was teaching her, she went further and she threw her old offers and increased her price to 100,000 naira. Offers she was giving clients. She raised it, and guess what? She was not lacking any jobs. Jobs started, in fact, it's even at that time when she increased it, that more clients started coming. Clients actually started coming. That means before they thought she was a joke. Increasing her price made them value her more. From them coming too much, she increased her price. She doubled it. She said she was fully booked. This was my chat with her. She said, I am fully booked. I'm charging people 200K, and on top of that, I'm getting fully booked. More than one booking in a day. Imagine what this can be. This client, sometime early this year, she said, Amber, I just want to appreciate you. Take. She sent me 30K to just enjoy lunch on a Sunday. Yes, I put it on my page on Instagram because for me, that was like, wow. I mean, thank you, fine. You paid for the service. However, you even taking an extra edge to thank me through a monetary gift. That meant a lot to me. All right. Now, I want you to see these people like they are not magical people. These people did not just fly from the air or whatever. These are human beings like you. And just in a swift moment, they saw a lot change in their business. I want you to imagine what your life would be like if you were to start attracting a steady flow of premium clients into your business within the next 3 to 6 months. What would your life be like? If you can think about it for a moment, what would your life be like if you could start attracting a steady flow of clients within the next 3 to 6 months, what would your life be like? What would your life be like? Now, the secrets I'm about to share with you today will bring you closer to your dream, to that desire, just as it did for me and my clients. It works. This is no gimmicks. This is not me trying to impress you. This is me just telling you the facts. Okay? My promise to you is that after this workshop, you'll discover the 3 overlooked secrets. 3 overlooked secrets that are guaranteed to enable you attract premium clients to your coaching or consulting business without too much stress or overwhelm. Yes, many of these I'll share with you today are probably things you've heard before, but the way I'll say it today, you'll see them differently going forward. Yes. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? So drop in the comments. Let me know if you are ready. Just give me 2 in the comments so I know this is for ready people. Type 2 in the comments. 2 in the comments. Are you ready? Type 2. Type 2 in the comments. Are you ready? Type 2 in the comments. Yay! Nkechi's Health Tips 2, Jennifer 2, Justina 2. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. Are you ready? Thank you, everyone. So, just to help you make the most of this, if you can subscribe, please do. Limit all distractions and pay close attention. All right. In no time, we'll be out of here. Thank you, Enukora, Kafi, Aniefiok, Life Points with UC, Oluwatoyin, Olufunke, Dazzle, amazing. Message in a Mess with Joy. Yay! Adeola Olajumoke Dari. Thank you so much. So let's dig in. Let's dig in, everyone. Let's dig in. Secret 1. Fortune, thank you. Secret 1. Sell this, not that. Sell this, not that. You're probably wondering, what's this, what's that? Don't worry, that's what I hear. We'll dig right into it, okay? Now, I want to ask you a question. What was the first thing that came to your mind when you thought about selling to the premium market? Questions, what kind of questions, what kind of fears, what were the first thoughts that came to your mind? When you thought about selling to the premium market, what were the first thoughts that came to your mind? Let me hear them. Drop them in the comments. The first thoughts that came to your mind when you thought about selling to the premium market. Olufunke put a lot of twos. Thank you. What were the first thoughts that came to your mind? Edun, thank you. What were the first thoughts that came to your mind when you thought about selling to the premium market? I want to see them. I want to see them in the comments. The first thoughts that came to your mind when you thought about selling to the premium market, especially in this time in Nigeria right now. What are the thoughts, especially if you are currently even trying to sell to them? What are those fears or concerns or questions that are constantly just, poking you when you sleep, when you are on Instagram or Facebook or wherever it is, LinkedIn, that you spend your time? What kind of questions come to your mind? Justina says, will people buy? Exactly. Will people buy? Inukora says, will people be willing to pay because it's me? Thank you for that. Because it's me. That's the time when you start asking yourself personal questions. Me, would they pay me? These are people that know me. Would they pay? That's to say value. What kind of value should you give? Okay, this is a value time. The extent to which I'll give value, Mercy says, I'm not certified enough. Wow. This is a deep one. Because I had a conversation with somebody recently. She booked a strategy session with me, and we talked about this deeply. Adeola says, who are the premium markets? Who are they? Good question. Olufunke says, is my package good enough for them? And does it worth the price? Or there are other coaches that have better ideas than I am? Oh, yes. This is when your eyes will be looking at other coaches and wondering, that person is better. No, they'll go to that one, not me. You will start comparing yourself. Please, I hope I got that correct, says, would they pay for value? Yes, would they pay? Fortune says, people won't pay much when they know multiple people will join in. That's a good insight. That's a good insight. So you already made up your mind and felt, people won't pay. They feel more people will join. That means crowd. People who don't like crowd. I like that. Oluwatoyin says, how do I start? Beautiful question. Fortune says, do I have enough for people to pay? Good one. Inukora says, will I give value that's equivalent to the money they pay? Beautiful questions. These are all valid questions. Valid questions that most of us get to ask when we start, because you have a lot of reasons why you should not do it. And those questions are valid because they are real, actual questions that poke your conscience, poke your reality, poke a lot of things around you. You tell yourself, you know what? Oh, I'll do it next time. No, maybe not now. That's what's gonna happen. Now, here's one issue a lot of people, neglect: their offer stroke promised solution. And many of you listening to me now may be overlooking this one thing. You may be overlooking your offer. You may be overlooking it or underlooking it. Many highly experienced coaches, consultants, and experts miss this foundational aspect wrong, and they get it wrong. Many. They miss it, they get it wrong. How? One way a lot of people miss this is they sell their program instead of the outcome. A lot of you here are doing that. I believe so, because I have had this happen a lot. A lot of people I meet with through my strategy sessions, through my coaching program, this is the mistake. And I don't know how this is permitted in the space, but this is so wrong. This is why a lot of people are struggling to sell. You sell your program instead of the outcome, instead of the transformation that the client desires. So how do you sell your program? You are emphasizing too much on your glorified program. Buy my Batman coaching program. It's a 6-month program with 65 videos and 23 templates that will change your life. At the time you focus so much on the beauty of your program and the aesthetics that come with it. Aesthetics like it's 64 videos, it will 23 templates, it is, by the time you put all of that together and you are focusing more on that, you've lost the client. Because the client doesn't care. If you like, let your Batman program be 1 week, 1 day, but let it be 1 video. They are not interested in that information as much as they are interested in how you plan to deliver them the outcome. They came to you because they want to lose weight. They don't care if you are going to run them through 65 videos. If you take them through that route of telling them all of that, this is where you most likely lose them. You should focus more on letting them know the outcome of working with you. So when they work with you, this is what will happen in their lives. This is what you should be selling outside. More than you talk so much about your Batman program. A lot of people miss this. Let me show you another way a lot of people miss this. They sell what they learned in school instead of what the clients will use in their lives. I see this happening a lot with experts. Service providers, doctors. I work with a lot of doctors. For some reason, I attract doctors, and I see this happen a lot with people who learned a lot in school. And so they think helping clients is about sharing that information they learned in school. No. Sharing that knowledge with people is not what will help them. It's you actually offering to help them, because you can't expect people to learn what you learned in school. You went to school to learn it. Don't expect to teach me. If I'm a client, I'm not coming to learn law on Instagram or learn medicine on Instagram. I'm expecting you to show up with what you can help that medicine you learned, what you can help me achieve with that medicine that you read, with that law that you read. I had this client come, she was unable to sell. Why did she sell? Mainly I landed on her page, I saw why. She was busy trying to sell law, trying to teach law, trying to tell her clients about section this said this. Who cares? Trying to even create a coaching program. For who? Lawyers? No. It was for general public to come and learn how you can blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why should anybody? You spent 5 years. Are you trying to shrink all of that knowledge into a coaching program for somebody who is not a lawyer? You should be selling what you help the client achieve with that your law. Many of us see a lot of these things on the internet and we think they are the right way to sell. You see a doctor becomes a viral sensation because he comes here and teaches people about what he knows. The truth is, if you follow that method, you forget that his end goal may not be to get clients. His end goal may just be something else. Maybe he's trying to educate because he needs a crowd so that he can take it. He can show a bigger organization that, hey, this crowd listens to me. No problem, I will endorse your product. You'll be surprised what his intentions are. But you, who is a fellow doctor, will go and copy that exact method and start teaching medicine on your page. You don't do that. If you really want to serve as a medical doctor, you should actually show people how you can help them with the knowledge that you already have. Don't confuse them with your high knowledge. I see this also happen with life coaches. They go and learn this high scientific, program that has to do with intelligence and all, and they land ready to teach that to the world. No. There's a reason why we didn't join you on that program. Go and learn it so that you help and interpret it in our lives. Not that you come and push the knowledge on us. Those things cause confusion for your clients. They are not interested in all that knowledge. How do you interpret it to helping their lives? So helping them achieve the outcome they desire. Another way people get this wrong, they sell complexity and overwhelm instead of simple, straightforward processes to achieving results. A lot of complexities. You are trying to sell, because somebody paid you premium, you are trying to pad the offer. So you've added a lot of videos so that the offer looks rich. You'll be shocked. Some people just want to pay you that premium for one answer. That's how premium clients think. It's not about giving them too much than they expect. It's not about overloading them. You need to understand something about premium clients. A lot of people who pay premium are lacking in time. They are willing to pay premium in exchange for time, in exchange for somebody helping them concise the problem, helping them find and solve the one problem. Not everybody is willing to sit down for 65 lessons, 24 modules. You will drive people away. All that is too complex, too confusing, too much overwhelm. You don't want to be selling overwhelm, okay? Now, don't be that person who sells a lot of it's a lot of breeze, overwhelmed, wind just blowing it. When you talk, people are like, but when they go home, they don't even know what you said. They cannot implement it in their lives. But they love that you were clever. They love that you are intelligent with your speech. You look good, you wear a tie, you look beautiful. You show up, you take nice photos on Instagram. LinkedIn, you take nice photos. Everybody knows that, hey, she's the person who teaches this. But when they land there, they don't even understand what you just told them. They don't know how to apply it in their lives. Because of that, all you're doing is teaching everything just blowing over their heads. But nobody knows what to take out of it. Nobody knows how to apply it. Tomorrow now you will say it's because they don't implement. That's why they didn't get results. Sometimes it's not like that too. And let me even defend the clients. Let me defend the people. Sometimes it's not like that. We like to throw it back on them and say, if then they not implement, that's why they didn't get results. It's so easy. It's a very lazy, easy way to push the blame away. Sometimes you made it difficult for anybody to get results. I had a client who came to work with me, and during our cleaning up her process, I had to shrink her 12 module course to how many? Can you guess? Can you guess? Give me in the comment. How many do you think I shrunk it to? 12 modules. 12 modules. She was an expert, served in the industry for 20 years. She was willing to give it all in a course. 12 modules fully packed. 12 modules fully packed. In fact, if I leave her alone, she would have added another 12 more. Nkechi's Health says 3. Enukora 5. I like these options. Thank you. It's interesting because Nkechi, the first answer, got it correct. Thank you. Message in a mess with joy got it correct also. Yes. From 12, we didn't shrink it to 6. Half that, no. We shrunk it to 3. Because, let me tell you why this happened. Why we did that. Or what was happening that made her see reason with me why she needed to shrink it. She had a 12 module course she was selling, and people were not buying. She didn't have clients paying for it. Now, even at not having clients pay for it, the few who were even paying to get in, when she finished the program, the testimonials she was getting were things like, "Thank you for the class, ma. It was very insightful." You did program that is supposed to transform people's lives. Something that they are supposed to, when they finish, start their furniture business. That was what the program was supposed to help people do, because she's well known in the industry. Help them start it. And then the review that we were all coming back with was, wow, the coaching was so insightful. It was a very great coaching. Thank you, ma. That's not for me. If you know me, if you work with me, you will know that I don't see that is not a review. That is not a testimonial. No. Thanks for the it was insightful. That is not a testimonial. So when I went into her system, I tried to understand, okay, what's really going on here? Why are you attracting people? Because those people say thanks for this thing. That means they didn't implement. And you can't use those kind of testimonial and sell to new people. The new people are looking for outcome. What kind of outcome have you achieved for others? That's what they are looking for that will make them pay. So if they just say it was insightful, they're not paying because are they just coming here to collect insights? No, they want to transform those insights to results. Now, when I looked at her 12 module offer, just by explaining some certain things to her, by herself, we just sat down there and said, oh yeah, now tell me, out of these 12, oh yeah, module 1, do they need it? She said, no, they don't. Very good. That's how we canceled it. That's how we kept going till we got to the bottom. The last 3 modules were the only thing her ideal clients needed. But guess what was also happening, which I missed out? In her program, she told me that people were not staying till the end. Why would they stay to the end if module 1 to module 9 is saying things they don't need? You see why she was failing at this, failing at even getting testimonials, because the ideal clients who paid for this were coming on module 1 to 9 is already things they don't need. So by the time they get tired is when you want to give them what they need, they've gone. This was the problem. And this is something a lot of you right now listening to me may be doing right now with your offers. So do this instead. Solve a premium problem, not a cheap problem. That's one paramount thing you must do with your offer. Solve a premium problem, not a cheap problem. I think the next slide is going to explain more on this. All right. Solve a premium problem, not a cheap problem. Many of you may be selling a cheap problem and then you expect people to pay a premium. It doesn't work that way. You have to sell a transformation, not just an information. Also, your solution or offer should have a clear outcome for a specific client and a clear process to how it will be achieved. Everything should be clear. This thing should not be wrapped up in mystery, in confusion. No, it should be clear. Some people think, if I tell them how I'll help them, won't they steal the idea? It's not like that too. It's not a secret. It's not a mystery. Tell people how you plan to help them achieve, and the process should be clear. Clear step-by-step framework, clear step-by-step process. Now, some people may be doing this. Some of you listening to me may be doing this, all right? Some people may be doing this, where you're trying to sell a cheap offer. The client here understands that your offer is cheap, but it's not even what they want, because you are selling according to how, what is in the offer. So, of course, it is at that level. This guy dealing down here is trying to sell, this is a good example. He's trying to sell plaster. In some other countries, they call it Band-Aid. So it's a Band-Aid solution. He's trying to sell plaster and begging his clients, please, now I can help you. And he's trying to sell him a plaster. The client here is walking away from him, in fact, running away, because he's like, you think I'm here to joke? You think it's plaster that will solve my problem right now? That client, in their mind, they are thinking of a proper surgery. They know that this problem is beyond plaster. They're thinking of a proper surgery. But here you are trying to beg them to buy your plaster. This is what a lot of people are doing. A lot of coaches, experts, consultants, trying to sell quick fix solutions, and this won't take you anywhere. Trying to sell quick fix solutions when your client is looking for something deeper, something more transformational. You have to change this if this is what you are doing already. Think about your client solution in a bigger picture and not in a quick fix direction. Quick fix. You want to give them a quick ebook to buy. Let them buy a quick mini course. Let them buy a quick. Sometimes it's not by quick. This is you just, let me not lie to you. This is you being afraid to sell something more transformational because you feel they will not pay. Meanwhile, that is what is on their mind. This client that is running away, where do you think they are going? They are going to your competition that is selling a surgery. Yes. The same person you thought could not pay how much? $3,000 here for a surgery. Instead, they're trying to give her a plaster of 100 naira. She's going to look for that coach who will charge her for that surgery. Even if it takes it to be $3,000, she'll pay it. Because her mind is on the surgery, not on a quick fix solution. Do you understand? Let me tell you a good example here. Oh no, there's a loud noise. Please pardon me. I think it's somebody's alarm, maybe my neighbor's alarm. Let me tell you about client O. Okay, the sound has stopped. Let me tell you about my client O. This client of mine, she's a brand designer and funnels expert. All right. Now, she was struggling to find clients. This was her situation before she reached out to me. She sent me this message. She said, "Hello, Miss Amber. Thank you for the amazing webinar 2 days ago. It was insightful. I kept thinking about how to contact you. I followed you." This insightful just made me remember that your content should be the one that is insightful. Yes. Let the results you help them achieve go beyond insightful. Yes. Anyways, she goes on to say, "I follow you on your personal page. I'm Omuwa. I'm a brand identity designer, and I also design websites, landing pages, and automated funnels. I know I do quite well with my work, but I'm struggling so much to find clients. Aside my sister, I've not had a single client despite reaching out to hundreds of prospects." There's a reason why I covered that, I circled that. She has not had a single client despite reaching out. So she's actively reaching out to people, and yet she has not seen a client. I don't even preach reaching out. Well, that's not, of course, that's not the core of what I preach. I'm more of a attraction person, attract clients instead of cold DM. But this person was even cold DM. Those who do cold DM, I give them like a cut cap for them. People are trying, because it's a lot to do that. She was doing that, and yet she was not getting results. When I listened to your webinar, I knew immediately that I was doing something wrong. Okay, so this client came in and we got on a one-on-one session together, one-on-one strategy session together. And just sitting with her, we dissected a lot. A lot. This was me in the meeting with her, dissecting everything that she was doing to try her entire process to how she was selling. This was me trying to dissect it all. Here was a Google Doc we worked together and laid out steps for her to follow going forward. Laid it out for her. This is how I work with my clients. Sit down and I don't just tell you everything and then leave you to figure it out. I give you clear steps. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Now, she came to me a few weeks later. She sent me this message. She said, "Hello, Miss Amber, I have great news. I got my first client 2 weeks ago. She paid full deposit last week, and I'm currently working on her project. Aside that, I've been having prospective clients reach out to me." Did you see the difference there? Before, she said she was going into their DM. She was reaching out to people and nobody was buying. Now she was getting people reach out to her. See this change, see the shift. Just yesterday, a client that found me by referral paid full deposit, which means in the space of 1 month, I signed 2 clients. This person had never signed a client aside her sister. And I want to say thank you. I can't describe the clarity. I don't know what I covered. I think it was strategy session I wrote. Gave me. My audience is much clearer. My messaging is super clear too. Don't stop doing what you do. Brilliant test. This is what I live for. Feedback that shows a transformation. Absolutely. Call me. So here's another client of mine. She's a certified doctor of natural medicine, okay? And here's what happened. It was tough for my client to sell her 250K offer. She was finding it hard selling 250K. And if there's anybody should be able to sell easily, it's doctors, though. Because people, when they are sick, they don't need to be convinced to go to the hospital. They go because they are going ready to spend. You don't need to beg them, they are ready to spend. The hospital is the next place they go to. So this client of mine, even though, yes, what she does was, she's a doctor of natural medicine and she helps with diabetes, type 2 diabetes. She signed up to work with me. So on the on strategy session, she went on to work with me for 3 months coaching, group coaching, all right? And one of the things we did that was very paramount was to work on her offer and increase this price. Interesting, I'm sure you are wanting to increase price, okay? Yes. It was tough selling her 250K offer. And then Amber, you are saying you increased her price. Yes. Yes. She was trying to sell a 250K offer, yet with 3 times her price. From 250, we raised it to 750. Yes. We raised the price. And here's what happened. In less than 3 weeks, she came back. It was working. Now, let me tell you something very clear, and this is where it is very profound. She sent this testimonial in our coaching group where other clients, and I'm there with other clients, and as well as her, of course. And she says, I woke up to my first payment. And but remember the person I told you wanted to join last year for 250K, but said it was too high, and he came back now saying he's ready. When I told him the price increased, he's the one that paid in full. This 750K he paid. This is where I'm going. She was finding it hard to sell at 250K. People were telling her it was too expensive. So she came to me to help her. How can she even sell it? I asked her one question. I said, even at this 250K, are you making profit? She said, I'm not even making profit. But if I increase it, would they buy? You see those questions people asked me earlier? Would they buy? Those questions. I told her, don't worry, chill. I just want to be sure you're making profits. Oh yeah, what will it take for you to make profits? And she told me, maybe if I add this on top, I'll be able to make something substantial. Very good. We added it. I summarized it. I said, oh yeah, go out there, 750K. I told her what to do. She did it. She came back in less than 3 weeks with results. This is 5th of January. By 8th January, she came again. Good morning. Woke up to another payment. Payments were just dropping. This is somebody that a 3 months coaching, she's already getting results in 3 weeks. And I'm like, gang, I'm dancing. That's me. I'm very happy for my clients. 2 days later, she comes again, third payment. Amber, this is because I gave her a target, And she's like, this is my 10 clients for January. It looks like it's going to work. And I'm like, all in 1 week, more are coming. Don't worry, just keep doing what you're doing. Next thing, a 4th client came again. This is where I said, I'm going to IG to go and sell this story, to go and promote this story. I went to IG and shared Instagram and shared this story on my page. Because for me, it felt like people need to hear this. That you can't belittle yourself or belittle the transformation you achieve for people. Do you know what it takes to help somebody, be completely healed from diabetes? This is somebody that has spent, people who have spent millions all through their life, from one treatment to the other, trying to, do everything just so that they can survive and they can be healthy. And then you, a doctor who can help them completely be free of diabetes, and they're chickening your offer. You said what? So this was me sharing the testimonial on my page. 4 payments in no time. She had not even finished coaching with me, and she was already getting results. This is what I call a transformation. Now, let me tell you how I help my clients achieve it, because I'm sure you are itching to know how. These are the steps. We identify the right clients they should serve. 1. 2, we upgrade their offer to be fit for that right client they should be serving. 3, we come up with a clear outcome or promise. Remember what I said about the promise, the outcome, the transformation you are achieving for them must be very clear. 4, we map out how they will help them, how my clients will help her clients. We map it out. 5, we eliminate all vagueness or complexities. And 6, they show up and their own clients say yes. This is how I help my clients. Clearly mapped out for you to see. I am not hiding anything here. Now, if you follow these steps I laid out for you, you will attract premium clients. Yes, you will. If you follow them accurately, you will attract premium clients. This is not a mystery. This is not something I will just pour on you and walk away. I'm telling you exactly how. Like I said, this may be things you have heard before, but you are hearing them in a different way today. Now let's move on to secret 2. Do this, not that. Amber, what is this? What is that? Do this, not that. What are we talking about here? Let me break it down. One mistake that may be ruining your chances of attracting premium clients to your coaching or consulting business is you are easily forgettable. This is something a lot of people have to change. You are easily forgettable. Now, this is me. Thank God you are here so that I can tell you better how not to be forgettable. But because many people are guilty of this. How are you forgettable? Number 1, you sound like everyone else. You sound like everyone else. There's nothing new to what you are saying. So anytime people are just scrolling and they see you, you just swipe. That's what's happening. That's why you can't see, no matter how you are showing up online, you are not getting any DM inquiries. You're not getting anybody willing to pay because there's nothing special you're saying that they've not heard before. The other day I was on a strategy session with a client, and I told her, you judge yourself, this content, this you'll be putting out there. Do you think anybody will pay for this? And she started laughing. I said, oh yeah, let's start. Slide one, you said they should upgrade their CV. You think they don't know this information? You think this is new to them? And she's like, no, she started laughing. It's the truth. Many of us put out content that are repeated, broken records of other people. They've heard these things before. Our audience have heard these things before, but we feel we should be reminding them. It doesn't work that way. It's not by giving tips, tricks, and hacks. 5 types of this, 5 ways. We're not teaching biology here. Come on. You should be giving some kind of information that shifts people's perspectives. I talked about that on my post yesterday or so. You should be shifting people's perspectives. Those are the things that make people buy. You should be shaping opinions. You should be challenging beliefs or misconceptions that they have. These are the things that people are refusing to do. And many people don't know it. That's why. But thank God you are here so you know better. Thank God you are here so you know better. How are you easily forgettable? You sell to everybody. Wrong move. Don't sell to everybody. You need to pick a niche that you sell to. A specific group of people that you can be selling to. Niche. By niche, I mean specific group of people. Don't try to sell to the whole world. Don't try to sell to, oh, I sell to beginners, intermediate, and advanced. It doesn't work that way. You will lose the people you want to attract if you do that. Pick one. Another way, you follow the bandwagon. You do what everyone is doing. They say we should do this trend, you do it. They say we should dance this time around, you do it. When you exhaust all the trends, what will now happen? You're easily forgettable. You now look like everyone else. You now look like everyone else. What else? You share basic value, surface level information, things that don't really move the needle in people's lives. It's just basic. Those kind of things will make you easily forgettable. Another way, you post random content. Content that, okay, so what should we do with this? That's what's on their mind. So what should we do with this information? Another way, you are not being known for one thing. In essence, it's even similar to this. You are selling to everybody, so you're trying to serve everybody at once. Next thing, nobody knows you as an authority in one thing. This is a problem. So I broke it down in different ways that this may be happening. You're not saying anything different. The clients you're serving don't want general, they want specific information. Many of the people you're trying to serve have been burnt before. Maybe they've paid another coach before or another consultant before, and the person, scammed them. So now they are being careful about who they pay. So you have to give them something that will make them believe you that you are the coach for them, you are the expert for them. Many people won't pay for viral fluff. Viral fluff. Is viral does not mean it sells. Viral, it may just bring you followers. Does not mean it will bring buyers. Many people feel you don't get them. They'll feel you don't get them. They feel you don't get them. By the kind of content you put out, people just want to not understand what I'm going through. They feel you don't get them. They don't believe you are the expert for them. So this is what's happening. They don't believe you are the expert for them. Now, if you flip this completely by creating real authority in your industry, you will have premium clients self-convince themselves that working with you is in their best interest. Let me say that again. If you flip this completely, the things I just showed you on the previous slide, by creating real authority in your industry, you will have premium clients self-convincing themselves that working with you is in their best interest. Self-convinced. You won't need to convince them. They are just by the things you're putting out that establishes you as the authority they should be listening to. As the one person that once you drop anything, they must read it because you don't drop nonsense. You see Jennifer, she said, Amber, Coach Amber, always on point. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer George. If you are able to do this, you will have premium clients self-convincing themselves by themselves. They're telling themselves, Kai, I must work with Coach Amber. No. This is I must work with her. She's the person. No, there's nobody else that can help me but her. You want that also. You want your clients saying the same thing about you. And this establishing real authority will help you achieve that. How? I'm sure you're wondering, how do I achieve real authority. Let me use the case study of client Ed to help you understand how to establish this. All right. So this client of mine is a foreign education consultant I worked with. I worked with her on my private coaching. All right, 3 months one-on-one coaching. All right. And what happened? Before she signed up to work with me, she was unable to attract premium clients. Now, this is somebody who is helping people move to Canada for study. And imagine where her highest offer was about how much she was doing IELTS trainings. I said, you say what? How is this going to help you? And she was selling it for 5K, little, no. Was it 15K? One kind of cheap offer like that, And then she now had a consulting offer that was 80K. People were not even paying for that one. So she just settled on the small IELTS classes. I said, with all these educations you have, this is what you're settling for. No, we can't do this now. This 50K, 5K things that you're selling, how can it help you in Canada? I know that Canadian dollars and Nigerian dollars are too far apart. So how is this even sustaining you in that country? You better just be doing free work because there's no need. It's as if you're doing free work. Because her clients have to be people who are not in Canada. And her clients are Nigerians, so that she can help them move to Canada. But they will do the IELTS training. Oh yeah, move forward now. They don't. Even when they apply, they cannot afford the school fees. They cannot afford the school fees. They don't even know how to afford the flight tickets. Nothing. They just go ahead and pay for it. So she couldn't have people stepping up in her offer and paying higher. This was a problem because those little IELTS payments they were doing could not help her, could not take her anywhere. She was also attracting freebie seekers. Can I get back to you? Please, how much is this price? Is expensive. I cannot afford it. So this was what was going on in her world. They could not afford her. She was hardly compensated for her offers. For her efforts. This is what a lot of experts, experienced consultants, experienced coaches, people who have done a lot for themselves, worked hard to put their business together, worked hard to create something they can use to transform people's lives. And yet you now have people who tell you, sorry, it's too much, I cannot afford it. Is it not free? Mentor me now, please, for free. I don't have money to pay you. Come on now. This is not fair to you if you've put a lot of heart and might into your business. It's not fair. And I'm not talking about them. Of course, many of them cannot afford it, and it could be any circumstance that could be doing that. I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about you should be well compensated for your offer. So clearly there's something wrong. Maybe the people you are going after, and this is what I told her, the people you are going after are not the right fit for you. Maybe they have a coach, a consultant that is for them, but it doesn't have to be you. So what did we do? We worked on exactly that. We worked on transforming her authority, in repositioning her and her business, because one look at everything, I knew why all this was happening. So we had to do some repositioning. We had to do some re-establishing her as an authority for the people who would be willing to pay more, not the ones who could not afford her. So the mistake some people make is that they go and try to convince the ones who cannot afford them. Pay now, oh yeah, borrow now, oh yeah, let me help you find somebody, a loan shark to give you now. You don't have to do that. I mean, that's you putting pressure on people. These people cannot survive. Is it their fault? The economy is not even fair to them. So go to the people who are willing to pay you. Those ones will not need you to over-convince them. So I needed to help her see that and help her reposition her business to attract them. That is what we did. So we positioned her right, and this happened. She came, and first off, it was that we set her out to attract a new breed of clients, like what I said earlier. Let her go after people who can pay her, and I'll reposition her to meet their needs, to be the right fit for them. So this was her chat with me. Said, I know my followers will know by now that the music has changed. Of course, because with the things she started shifting in her messaging and in her positioning, that her old audience will see that, so not pass us, so yes. And I told her, they can dance to the music or turn it off. It's their choice. And she started laughing, And so this was her next message to me, give a testimonial. And she told me, the truth is, she started seeing results even sooner than I thought, because the way I train my clients, I manage their expectations. I let them know that these shifts that are happening in your business right now will not the results you will achieve will not happen overnight. So prepare yourself for So for this shift to marinate, do you get? Prepare, allow room for this shift to happen. Don't expect a rich quick scheme here. It doesn't work that way. Everything takes process. But it turns out that people bring results even before before we even know it, they brought results, And she goes on to tell me, "Good day, coach. Today is good. Two of my prospects just made the full payment, the first installment payment each of $1,000. This is somebody that was not able to sell at 80,000 naira. People are paying her $1,000. I wasn't hoping for fast sales because my business structure has changed. Remember what I told her? Manage the expectations. Don't expect fast sales. Things are shifting. A structural change will require time. I knew my audience needed time for it to sink in. So I braced up for it, but it has started happening. God is wonderful. Thank you so much, Amber. This is what I mean when I say authority, repositioning. We may be lacking in this, and that is why we are still attracting people who are not willing to pay premium. You have to change that. Some time back, I messaged her because if you know Canada, you know that a lot of policies keep changing every day. They've shifted policy, one new thing. So I messaged her because some policy changes had happened in her industry and it was affecting her colleagues. So I just messaged her to check in on her. How is it going on? This people's Canada situation, what's going on now? But because of how she stood out in her industry, doing things differently, she was not shaken by this policy. That is the power of positioning and knowing exactly where to meet your clients, your ideal clients. No matter what has shifted, they will not shake a foundation that is strong. Some people focus on things on the top. They forget that you should hold a solid foundation. Some principles you should not overlook because that is the foundation of your business. Those are the things that will withstand any policy change. See me, my business, I cannot be shaken by how the economy is shifting because I know exactly how to position my brand to attract the people who are willing to pay me in spite of the economy. And that is how I help my clients. My clients are able to position themselves so that no matter how the economy is shifting, Tinubu economy, it does not change the fact that they are still attracting their ideal clients who are paying in spite of Tinubu's economy. That is the level you should get your authority to. That is the level to which you should establish yourself so that people respect you for your craft, and are willing to pay you no matter how expensive things get. They know that the results they're going to get have to, in working with you, supersedes anything out there. And they know that these results will help them overcome what they're facing outside, on the outside. So here's what even happened. Instead of that policy shaking her, it even favored her. Imagine. Of course, this was our chat. She goes on, she tells me, Amber, thank you. Niching down was the best decision I ever took because I helped her to shape and decide on the audience she needed to serve. How would I have positioned myself as an authority in this time? I would have just been a blogger, just giving people information. Chai! And we start laughing about it because this is who she was before she came to me. And now she can see the difference. Real authority, real positioning, real repositioning. Yes. Now, this is how important creating authority is. You are able to rise above the noise and create real authority in a way that it will allow you to take random people from browsing around on social media to investing in your high ticket offers and programs, even if they've never heard of you before. That's the power of real authority. I've had people who jump on my page for the first time, and before you know it, they're in the DM ready to pay. That is real authority. I had a client come to my page. I could literally just see her moving from post to post because as she watches a video, she will like. Next thing I read, the next 7 minutes, she has watched another video she has liked. It was like I could literally see her taking the movement. Next thing I knew, I just saw in my DM, please, how much is it to work with you? Yes, that is real authority at work. They come to the DM convinced. I don't need to convince them. They are already convinced to work with me. I had somebody tell me, Amber, I've been on your page for 4 hours. Yes, she was on my page for 4 good hours. My Instagram page came into the DM ready to pay. No questions asked. No objections for me to answer. Paid. Paid. I had somebody who told me, Amber, I went back to your first post in 2016. I said, eh? He said, yes. because I wanted to know if you were for real. I wanted to see your background, see your process, and everything she could back it. Everything I've always said, there was no lies. Everything she could see my journey from 2016 upward. This one page I've been using since 2016. This one page never changed my handle. This same one page. All right, let's move. Even the ones who have overlooked you begin to see you differently. Remember, it was the same me who was selling video editing for 5,000 naira, selling premium now, and people who probably, some of the fears many of you mentioned here, would they pay? Some people who saw me sell things at 5k were the ones coming back to pay 7 figures to work with me. That is what real authority does. It automatically up levels you in the mind of your clients. Even if they've overseen you before see finish, authority will shift that shift finish out. Same thing happened with my client that I told you, the one who helps with diabetes. They were not paying her 250k. Now they are paying her 750k. This is another example right here on your screen. This client of mine, her own story is so funny. She's also a doctor. Interesting, you know. And here's what happened. When this client reached out to work with me in December last year, before we stepped into this year, because she worked with me on my mastermind. And at the time, as a doctor, she has a clinic in Lagos, doing very well, has a place where she sells products and stuff, then has a clinic in another location and all of that. And here's what happened. People coming in for consulting, she was charging them 10,000 naira. Now she kept on complaining. She reached out when we started working on the mastermind together. She told me, Amber, I invest in people's coaching. I'm not afraid to invest. Amber, I saw your ad. I paid for this mastermind. I've never seen you before. I just paid you for this mastermind. I'm not afraid to invest. Why are people not ready to pay me? Why? What happened? They don't like my face. What is the problem? I said, chill, don't worry. When we looked at everything together, I told her, you know what? We're going to increase your price to 100k. Go out there, do this, sell it for 100k. She went. She tried to sell it. Now, by the next time I saw her in January, she entered, she entered my DM. She said, Amber, how much is it to work with you long term? I want to work with you on your group coaching program. I said, what happened? Tell me what's going on. And she tells me, you see what, Amber, this 100k I went with. Maybe there's something else you tell me to do, because this thing, I went with it to my market to save clients with it. They were insulting my staff. I said, you don't mean it. Insulting your what? Hey! I said, no, you know what? When you come in, she came in. She just paid for it. We started. We looked at everything together. We said, okay, so what went from here? We assessed everything. I told her, you know what? Oh yeah, 2 million. You're selling that offer for. We are selling that offer at 2 million. We're going to change this, changes. The offer is now 2 million. She went to the market. So this was me posting it on my Instagram page. She has not, by this time I posted it, there were no results yet. It was just me putting it out there in the public to let my audience know what my clients are going through. So I put it out there. My client had a problem selling a 100k offer. Those who were paying for it felt entitled to more. They disrespected boundaries and were even bullying her staff. Guess what we did? We revisited the offer and raised the price to 2 million. Problem solved. In the comments, a lot of people were like, wow, that's daring. Wow. I said, don't worry. Look out for updates on this. I like updating my clients, my audience like that on Instagram. Now, here's what happened. After repositioning her right, in no time, this same client of mine attracted a 2.8 million naira client. This is somebody that was trying to sell at 100k. They were insulting her. We increased it to 2M. She exceeded that and sold an offer for 2.8M. Let me give you the details. This is what happened. She came to the group and she was like, good afternoon, House and Amber. We just sold one of my premium plans. And I'm like, wait, doctor. Of course, I hid her name. Please break this down. Don't be doing us suspense like this. Give us the full story. And she was laughing, And she goes on to break down the story. She says, as we all know, my foundational structured program with Amber was this is the name of our program. Of course, we blocked the name at 2.8M. Okay, sorry. I skipped, which I believed will convert soon. I used the same method she taught to create another premium package, to create other premium packages. I created a package tagged at 2.8M. Amber isn't even aware I created another package higher than the one we have been working on. And today, a client paid for it. This package is tagged 2.8M. Amber isn't even aware I created a package with such amount. You need to see me jumping because I'm like, hey, we have gotten it. That is my joy when I see my clients win. See, she just needed to, when you know what I said earlier about some foundational principles that if you apply them anywhere, it will work. It's not about jumping on trends and tactics. It's about strategies, principles that actually work. This client, after we had shaped a lot of things for her, she left the 2 million naira offer we agreed on and took the same exact strategies into a new offer and sold that new offer for 2.8M, and she got a client. Do you know that even after she had told me this testimonial, by the next 2 weeks, she messaged me again. Amber, I put out another offer at 3.5. A client just paid for it. Now, do you remember who this client was? This was somebody who was selling things at 10K consultation, and people will not pay. If they cannot pay 10K, is it the next one they will pay? She wanted to increase it. Okay, 100K, they started insulting her staff. Now, people are paying her in millions without coughing. That's the power of repositioning yourself right for the ideal clients who will pay you. This is the power of structuring your offer, your positioning, your sales strategy. Everything fits for the client who is willing to pay higher. There are methods to the magic, if only you know how to implement it. So you do this. Rework your messaging to stand out in the sea of sameness. You can't sound like everyone else. You can't afford to. People will bypass you, and I don't want them to bypass you. So you have to do things differently. You have to stand out with your messaging. You have to avoid giving basic information, surface level information that everyone in your industry is sharing, and go deeper. Go deeper. Don't just stop at things that everyone knows. And I don't even mean giving information. I mean, change perspectives. Go challenge some regular beliefs that everyone is operating in your industry, that you know that this thing is questionable. This thing, how people look at it in this direction. Those are the things that stop people scroll. That is stop scrolls worthy content. You need to be able to stop people scroll, stop people on their scroll. Also, aim to become the 1% of the 1%. The analogy I use to describe this clearly is, you know how you have Wizkid, Wizkid's, Wizkid. You have Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, and everybody's always like, no, number one is Wizkid, no, number one is Davido, no, number one is Burna Boy, and everybody's always fighting for who is number one and who is number three, and everyone says no. Well, there's always a fight for FCs and all of that, fighting for who is the leader. They are on this side. Then you have this other side. You have a Sunny Ade, you have a Two-Face. Do you see that they're not even, these ones are not even struggling with them there? These ones are the 1% of the 1%. There's no competition. It is them, it is them. 1% of the 1%. King Sunny Ade, till tomorrow. Two-Face, till tomorrow. They are not even on the same line. Everybody's standing in their own line. There's no one, there's no second. There's no second, there's no one. On this other side, there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. That is how you become the 1% of the 1%. Your audience can't compare you to others. They keep you on your own lane. It's not even something you control. If these people had their way, they'll control it and stand in this other side and be 1%. But the audience have put them in a hierarchical order. But this other two here, the audience knows that, how can you even mention this one's name here? I beg you. Keep this one is on his own lane. No? That is how you should find yourself. This is how, when you reposition yourself right, even your audience will know that you're on a different lane. You are not in a hierarchy. You are in a different lane. So aim to become that person who is the 1% of the 1%. This is how you stand out. This is how you become respected in your industry. Secret 3, build this, not that. Build this, not that. It doesn't matter how good your offer is or your authority. If you keep doing what is comfortable, you will have a tough time selling your premium clients. Some of you right now may be doing this, and I want to help you shift your mindset to see that if certain things you were doing have not brought you far at this point, maybe you need to tweak them. Don't get too comfortable in your discomfort. Don't, all right? Most experienced coaches spray and hope clients will come. You need a strategy. You can't do that. Majority repeats the same old strategies and tactics that did not work, but they're still repeating it. They didn't work, but you're still doing it again. Why? You can't keep hitting your head upon a rock. It's either something is wrong or something is wrong. If it's not working, something is simply wrong. Meanwhile, you now watch others who aren't half as good as you are. Out there, people are calling them the best. And you are like, which best? What is this that she's putting now when I give better value? But hey, there's something you are not doing right. And that's why nobody knows that you are the best. It's as simple as that. To change this, you have to intentionally build a simple and repeatable system that will get you in front of new people every day. That's right. You have to intentionally build a simple, it's important that you underline the word simple, and repeatable system that will get you in front of new people every day. This will increase your chances of being seen by premium clients. Sometimes it's a game of numbers. Sometimes you need to first you need to position yourself right. You need to put out the right messaging. Then you need to get seen by the right people, more of the right people. If you don't have a strategy to apply in these three areas, you're going to miss it. If you don't have firm strategies around these three areas, you'll miss it. Simple, repeatable systems are what has helped me attract new people into my business who invest in my premium offers. Some of you here, you're just meeting me for the first time. You've never seen me before. You just saw my ad. You came in here and you're like, you're sold. You're sold. It's what usually happens in my space. People are like, where have you been? I'm not that viral sensation that I have 1 million followers. No, I'm not. So how do I get the right people to see me? I'm not after virality. I'm not after followers, like and share for more. No, that's not what I do here. I want the few right people to see me and offer to work with me. Self-convince themselves to work with me because I am doing something right that makes them convince themselves that it must be Amber I work with. No, I need to work with her. That is the power of authority. I know what I'm doing. I'm not after, if I want to be viral, I know what to do. But I'm not even interested in being viral because I know what virality brings. It brings in random people who don't even care about what you do. But they just come, next thing you have a pumped up following, but no buyers. I don't want that. I would rather have fewer people follow me, fewer people, but they are substance, people of substance. That's how your mind can shift to see things differently. A simple, repeatable system is what helped my this particular client O, sign in high-level clients. This was a chat we had in our community, all right? And I got to ask her some questions. I said, how are your clients paying for your offers? How much is it? And do they pay directly on seller? And she says, I have 3 one-to-one clients, each at $5,000. Yes, this is how much my clients are charging their own clients. I don't have sales pages for this one. I don't have sales page for this one. And 10 current clients in a group program, each at 550K. This. Let me give you a background story to this client. When this client reached out to work with me, the first thing she said was, Amber, so now we're going to work together. So I just want to let you know what I've started doing. I've reached out to a website designer. He'll be designing my website and my funnels, and he's going to help me put it all together. So I just want, now that we're working together, you're going to tell me what I'm going to tell him so that he puts the website together. She thought coming to me meant putting all of that together first. I told her, no, don't put the cart before the horse. Here's what we're going to do. Tell your guys to chill. You paid them, right? I know you paid a lot of money, but can you tell them to wait? We don't want to put the cart before the horse here. Some things are important before some things. Systems, websites, funnels, important. Sophisticated funnels, we understand. But let's get our foundation right before we build the house, before we build the second level, before we put the roof. Can we get some fundamentals right? So I told her to tell them to chill. And we worked on her fundamentals, we worked on her foundation, we worked on these elements as I've explained to you today. We worked on the basic systems, the structural systems, the things that will keep the business afloat no matter what happens. If the website goes down today, she knows exactly what to do. Because it's not about website, it's not about tech. There's so much more that goes into building a business before you think about all the fancy stuff out there. There's so much structural work that goes in first. Now, do you know that after this client, sorry, let me go back to that. In no little time, this client was able to start selling $5,000 offers, and of course, coaching program at 550K, without even still needing that website, without even still needing that sophisticated funnel. All she was using was Seller. Exactly. All she was using, if you know Seller, you know the platform where people are able to sell online courses and all of that. All she was using was Seller. This was me asking her the question at the time when we chatted, and I was like, do they still pay directly on Seller? And she gives me the details. Yes, they do. Everything she was selling on Seller. Just to show you how you can still sell premium without all that sophisticated. Everybody thinks before you sell premium, you must have a sophisticated website. You must have following. You must have an email list. You must have. Many of the clients who work with me do not have an email list yet. Many of them have like 1,000 followers or 2,000 followers. They don't even have followers. They don't have websites. But they're able to get results because we focus on what's fundamental first. Every other thing can come later. All the sophisticated websites, sophisticated funnels, all the things, serene, all those things that make this thing look, substantial or make you look again like you have arrived, they can come later. But fix the foundation first. Fix the foundation first. When you are ready to scale your business, you can now introduce all that tech because they will now help you facilitate sales. All that tech can help you facilitate sales, can facilitate your whole system, how you onboard everything. All those complicated tech can work at that point. But start making money first. Start validating your offer first. Start getting clients to pay you first. It's from that money you can now use and fund the funnels now. Do you get the sophisticated funnels? Because many things that require tech actually need a lot of money. So don't go and do those things broke and then come and start looking for how to sell to your first client. No. First, master the fundamentals, then you can scale. All right. Now, this is another correcting client's old system got her signing up higher quality clients into her coaching program. Now, this is an example that is very profound because I've had a lot of people tell me that this example shifted a lot for them, this particular case study. This client of mine is into fish farming. And at the time when she was doing her program, the people who will come, it's not like they will not sign up. They sign up. In fact, when she started to work with me, she thought her problem was messaging. She thought, I'm not able to attract clients. Maybe I need to fix my messaging, I said, no problem, let's go. We'll fix that. But maybe there's something bigger here. So by analyzing the whole thing, I've discovered something. When I asked her the right questions, this is what I discovered. A lot of people sign up to work with her, but she needed more clients. She needed more, far more. But the problem was when they sign up to work with her, they never get results. So digging in, I found out that, first off, only 5% go ahead to take action. The remaining 95 never take action. Why? But they paid for this thing. Why don't they take action? Is it that it's too lengthy? No, it's a very quick, straight to the point program. Okay. When we dug in, here's what we found out. She was attracting the wrong people into the program. So even if they could pay, they were the wrong audience. Her system was wrong. Her system was attracting the wrong market. Her system was set up to attract a wrong market. Because here's what happened. They would pay, they would come in, they would not implement. Why didn't they implement? When I asked her the right question, I said, so you teach this fish farming. How much is it to set up the farm after they've learned from you? She said they will need about 250K. That was at that time. Not, that was far back in December when she worked with me. They will need about 250K. Now, here's what was happening. Many of them could not afford 250K to set up, but they could afford her offer. Her offer at the time was cheaper than, of course, 250K. But they did not have money enough to even set up. So they would just learn the knowledge, but they won't take action with it because they don't even have the money to implement the knowledge they learned. This is a problem. You may be attracting people right now, but when they come in, you will size them up and say, these ones, can they really even do this thing I'm teaching them? If like that other client I told you that people were working with her, but they did not even have flight tickets. They did not even have school fees money. and they didn't even look like they were ready to even have it, or they don't even look like they even knew where to get it. So that already defeated the approach here, defeated her results. She was hardly getting anybody coming back with results because they were not implementing. Why were they not implementing? Because they did not have the capacity to implement. This is a problem. If you're attracting people who don't have the capacity to implement, you are in the wrong market. So this was her coming back with her testimonial, telling me that this has changed. The right messaging has helped her filter people. The right people are now coming in, and only those who were capable to set up registered. Thank you for the reorientation and fixing my messaging. Now, not too long after, like recently, not too long ago, I saw an ad from this same lady, and I visited her page because I was like, where has she been? Visited her page, and oh my God, you need to see transformation that's happened in no time. Now this client is now doing things in big deal, like next level. This is somebody who was trying to get people to sign up cheap for her coaching offer, fish farming. Now she has turned it to a physical school, physical training. People traveling from Aba, Kano, Nasarawa, everywhere in Nigeria to come for her training. Just to show you how she has shifted the market enough to bring people who are willing to travel. Because fish farming, how much can you really learn inside online? Some of them want to see actual, and she has a mighty fish farm. This is the power of repositioning. Her business has transformed. She has the right people coming. If they are traveling, that means they are invested enough. Many of these people they already have farms. They just want to probably know one small thing, or they want to scale the fish farm, and they are coming to her to learn. They are willing to travel. These are people traveling. They'll pay hotel, they will travel, just come and learn something. These are not this level of people she was attracting before. They are now, she has stepped it up, a higher level of people. That's the power of repositioning. You're changing or developing, setting the right systems to be seen by the right people. If you neglect these things I've shown you now in your business, it will be difficult to attract premium clients. So you fix your system of you either fix your system or you create a new system. If your system doesn't work, then it's okay to change things up. I had a client I'm working with currently on one-on-one. Her current system did not work. The system she came in with to work with me did not work. We saw that there was no headway. Along the line, we've cut out everything. We've broken the system down. We've started a new one. Yes, if you have to, please do it. And systems don't even have to be complex. Having the right system will help you win, even if you have never sold an offer before, even if you have little followers, even if you have low engagements, even if you have no email list, even if you have no website. So all these things that may be going through your mind right now, thinking, but I need this, I want to let you know that many of people I've mentioned about today, they don't have these things. Yes, they don't have all these things. So you do this. One, come up with a repeatable way to get in front of new people every day. It has to be systemized, it has to be repeatable. Two, filter the people who come in right from your messaging and content. A lot of people don't do filtering. Filter them right from the beginning. Next, make your buying and onboarding process very easy. Don't complicate it. If you do that, you chase the very people you want to attract. Now, everything I've told you today, you can achieve on your own. I have not held back. I have explained to you certain things. And these are things you can even go and implement. But if you feel you may have a tough time putting it all together, and for some reason you just know that, oh, more this thing, I think I want to save myself the hassle and just, figure out in a better way how to achieve this. I want to avoid making mistakes or expensive mistakes, or I want to avoid the fact that before I reach by the time the end of the year reach, I did not even make any headway with this. You want to avoid that by all means and avoid a lot of trial and error. Please, I advise you to get help. You don't have to do this on your own. If you can't, fine, but you don't have to. Because if you do it on your own, who knows the kind of hurdles you may need to cross? And this is you on your own anyways. For instance, you may need help with things like how to upgrade the offer that you currently sell, how to set up the right systems that will work for your type of audience, how to simplify the way you sell and still attract premium clients by simple methods, how, what to say in your content to attract the people who actually pay premium, what will work for your business and what will not, how to stop You have to know exactly what to stop doing, what you should start doing, and what you should continue doing. All of these areas are areas that you may need help with. And maybe you'll not be able to figure it by yourself, because the truth is sometimes you can't see the back of, not even sometimes, you can't see the back of your head all the time. Unless you go and look for a mirror and start doing a lot of mathematics. You can't really see the back of your head. Sometimes you need somebody to see the back of your head for you. Sometimes you may not see that car. You are driving and you didn't see that car because there was a blind spot. You didn't catch it. You need somebody who will catch things for you and point it out in a quick way so that you don't spend 6 months figuring it out and still making a mistake. All right? Getting experienced help with these things will cut out excess time of doing trial and error. And you and I know that you don't have that time. We've seen the economy, things are changing. You know that you need to level up now, or you're going to stay, and you don't want that. You don't want to stay where you are. Next quarter is almost here. We're almost there now. Almost before you know it, we're already saying end of year. Next thing we know, we're in 2025. You don't want to be in the same spot that you are. You need direct access to someone who has succeeded at what you want to achieve so you can collapse time and start seeing results. These are the things you want. You want the access that will help you achieve this kind of result, from the confusion to a clear direction. Clear cut direction. And not you staying in this confusion and getting more confused as you go. You don't want that. What does this look like? You need somebody who will take you here to the point of attracting more premium clients to your high ticket offer, elevating your authority, achieving more by doing less, multiplying your revenue and scaling your business, achieving results for clients and making great impact. Not, of course, not where you are selling offers and no one is buying. You're spending the next few months doing trial and error. You're in the same position. You stay in the same position you were when others are excelling. You are losing out on what you would have achieved if only you just access or leveraged access. You don't want to be in that position. You don't want to be here when you know that the only thing you need to do is leverage access. Now, I'm offering you an opportunity tonight to access my expertise. Today, I've just done a session that is one to so many of you. I don't even know your business. I don't know what you're going through. I would want an opportunity to sit down with you. Not just talking things blankets now, but understanding your innate approach, your business. Let me have that opportunity. You just have to request it. I'm giving you an opportunity to access my brain, access my expertise. I've been around since 2016. There's something I definitely know better. There's something I know that I can teach you. You've seen my results here. I've been coaching for, this is not 7 years, over 8 years now. I can relate to all you have been through. You've seen that I sold low ticket. You've seen that I face the same fears you are facing. You've seen that I've crossed. I have friends who tell me, I'm working with you because I have seen your journey. Yes, they've seen my journey and I've been transparent in my entire journey. I know my stuff. I know this isn't fluff. You've seen the results I've achieved for clients. You know you don't want to have to do this on your own. You know that I can help you collapse time and help you see things differently and get results more quickly. All right? I want you to imagine what your business would be like if I come into it now and I change a couple of things. I help you move a few things around and give you clarity and direction on exactly what you should do to turn things around. Not you just going to repeat the same old things you've been doing, or getting to do certain things now, but you're not sure how you're doing it or if it's even going to work. All right? I'm sure you would want me to come and help you unravel the confusion and help you smoothen things out, telling you clear steps. Do this, do this, do this. All right? Imagine what it would be like for you, your business, what it would look like in the next 3 to 6 months, where clients are eager to pay premium to work with you instead of rushing off to your competition. There are things you need to shift, and I can help you achieve that. I can help you achieve that. I just want you to take an easy, no-brainer offer tonight to get you started. Get you started immediately. Book a 2-hour session with me. Usually it's 90 minutes, but I'll give you for 2 hours. Right? Let's sit down together without any hurries. We are not rushing anywhere. Sit down for 2 clear hours and analyze your business together. We'll analyze your offers. We'll analyze your messaging. We'll look at what you are doing wrong. I'll point out what you should be doing instead. I'll lay out the clear steps for you to follow. So we'll map out your premium solution and the ideal client who will pay you. If you've met the client, then what are you saying that she's not getting? We'll clean all of that up. We'll map out a step-by-step customized action plan for you and I. And not just that, You will have free DM access to me for 5 days after our session. So you can ask me any questions. You need help, I'll be available for you. All right. Our session will also be recorded and the video will be sent to you so that you can rewatch it over and over again. All right. So how does this work? The original fee for this is $197, and based on exchange rates today, that's about, I checked today's rate, this is 12 September. A dollar to naira now is 1,655, so it's over 1.6. So that's equivalent of about over 320K. All right. But I won't be charging you that tonight. All right. I'll be slashing that down. I'll be slashing that down for you tonight. And what you'll be paying to have this session with me is way less than that. You'll be paying just 165K tonight. This offer is only valid tonight. All right. Outside this time, you're going to be paying the actual fee. So if you want to book this 2 hours one-on-one exclusive with me, please go ahead and do so at 165,000. All right. You just need to DM me the word exclusive right now on Instagram. The offer is only available tonight, and I can only offer a few spots. So if you know this means a lot to you, and you understand how paramount this is to shifting the game for you this year, please reach out to me with the word exclusive. And this is our magic word. I will know you came from this session, and I'll give you the details, of course, to go ahead and pay and lock in your spot on my calendar. So please send me the word exclusive if you want to pick this spot for 165K only, instead of paying the actual fee, which is 2 times that. All right. Send me the word exclusive, and I'll know you came from this session. And I'll give you details you pay, you lock in your spot, and we meet this week. Or you schedule whatever date works for you, you schedule it on my calendar. Did I say this week? This week is almost over. You schedule it on my calendar, we can meet next week. Or anyone who can pick tomorrow's date. I think I don't have a meeting tomorrow. I don't think so. We can schedule. So quickly rush, go get this. Send me the message exclusive. You can send it to me on Instagram. My handle is at I dare not dread. Or you can send me a WhatsApp message. You got WhatsApp messages inviting you to the session tonight, reminding you of the session. You can send me a message on WhatsApp or on Instagram. Just send the word exclusive. You don't need to write anything else. Just give me the magic word, and I will know you came from this session. And your details will be sent to you. You go ahead and pay, and we lock in your spot. Okay. Now it's time for questions. Do you have any questions for me? Do you have any questions for me? Do you have any questions for me? Any questions? This is the time you can ask me any questions, all right? This is the time you should also go ahead and just send me the word exclusive so we can lock in your spot. All right? Send me the word exclusive on my Instagram at I dare not dread, or send it to me in my Instagram or WhatsApp. Yes, Instagram or WhatsApp. Just 165K instead of double of that amount, and locking your spot. The offer ends tonight. Any question? Any question? Oh, see, I'm hard to scroll down to see some of the comments that I may have missed. Scroll up, sorry. Okay, so Life Points with UC says that's the game changer. That's the game changer, Coach Amber. Self-convincing clients. Wow. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. All right. So Justina says, thank you very much, Amber. This was actually worth my time. I appreciate. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Amber. Okay, so we're still having Jennifer Joyce says this was premium value on a platter. Thank you so much, Amber. My pleasure, my pleasure. Okay, so we have a question here. How do you handle clients? Messi says, how do you handle clients who is yet to get back after they've shown so much enthusiasm to work with you? Now, and there's a difference between low intent and high intent, right? And that's how I would explain this. Somebody has shown high enthusiasm to work with you, and they didn't come forward. It's one of two things. Either they are still perambulating, maybe they're sizing you up with another coach that they think they want to work with. So for you, it just means you haven't demonstrated your value enough to self-convince herself, that she should take this up immediately. Another reason for this may just be that she cannot afford you, so she's still, or she doesn't want it so badly right now. So it's not high intent. It's not high value enough for her yet. There are people who, yes, they want it. It's still a nice to have. It's like It's like the paracetamol and the vitamin situation. Somebody wants this vitamin. Oh, I should take my vitamins. Oh, I should buy more vitamins. I should buy more, cod liver oil. Maybe one day when I'm passing by the chemist. Oh, I forgot today. I'll buy it tomorrow. Oh, but guess what? That same person, she has pain in her ear right now. Boil is growing inside her ear. She will leave whatever she's doing and drive to that pharmacy. Yes, because for her, she needs to solve that pain right now. She cannot even wait. But yeah, vitamins, she could have waited. She could wait forever, keep procrastinating. But she cannot procrastinate that pain. That means for some reason she knows that paracetamol is her answer right now. So what this means for me, if a client has shown interest and has not come forward, would just mean that she has not seen that paracetamol can help her yet. She's not convinced that your paracetamol is the answer for her. She's still perambulating in her head. That's if you know she can afford you and she has not come forward, she's still perambulating. It's not urgent enough for her. Trust me. It's not of high importance to her yet. And that's because you've not made it so. Your value has not demonstrated that high importance enough. That's what's happening. All right. I hope that's clear, Messi. I hope that's clear. Wonderful eye-opening webinar. Thank you, Olufunke. Thank you so much. Life Point VC says, many thanks, Coach Amber. This is so profound. I got so much value. Yay, thank you. Okay, so Onu Clementia, sorry, Adobe says, like me that doesn't have any business running yet, still looking for a befitting business to do. What's your advice? Well, I don't know what to advise if I've not sat down with you, because we need to decipher what exactly you want to give as coaching, what you want to give as a coach or as an expert. There has to be something you're good at that you want to monetize. So if you're at that level and you want to sit with me, let's dissect it. Then let's do so. I also have been able to give room for beginners. I'm able to give room for a few beginners. And if you want to book it, you can come in. Let's sit down and get into your head and decipher that strength that you have that you can offer as coaching. And you just need to apply these strategies in a way that is very profound. You will get results, all right? Because this is me just bringing down my experience on you. 8 years of experience, you learn the key important steps to achieving results sooner. So you don't need to spend 8 years if I already did. Exactly. All right, so you can go ahead and book Onu. Let's sit down together, because just here I can't tell you. I don't know your business. There's nothing I can really help in this direction. So let's sit down together and talk about it closely and dissect it all. All right. Rachel says, how do I harness my coaching skills if I am an authority on two separate skills? Good question. I like this. How can I harness my coaching skills if I'm an authority on two separate skills? It's important you pick the high priority area here. And what would determine that? The few things that would determine that would be the market's demand. If you are selling something that the market does not have high demand, you may struggle. Like what I always tell my clients, you fulfill demand, not create it. If you try to create demand, you have a tougher time selling. Instead, fulfill demand. So between those two things you do, you have to look for the one that has higher demand. Follow the money. I believe in following the money. Chase where the money is. If you see fishermen fishing in the sea, in the water, whatever they call it, and you see another one where there are no fishermen, please go and fish in the one that you saw fishermen. No? Yes. Some people may say saturated market. Trust me, that is the market to sell inside. Saturation, yes. Because it shows that there's fish there. That's why people are gathered there. And if you go there will be space for you to catch more fish. Yes. So that is a good determinant for finding where to establish yourself fully, and not the one put one leg here, one leg here. You cannot give it your most effort because you are separated in both ways and you are not known for one thing. That also belittles the extent to which you can deliver, because you are here, you are there. You are like on the fence, neither cold, neither hot, doing everything at the same time, not known for one thing. This is a problem. All right. So you have to niche down and focus on one audience. Yeah. Thank you, Messi. She says this was great value. Thank you. Worthwhile. Thank you. Justina says, do you assist people with a lot of ideas in turning those ideas into viable businesses? Of course I do. So let's sit down together, Justina. Send me the word exclusive if you want to book it, 165K. Let's sit down and help you to fish all those ideas in your head and help you establish the one that has high demand that people are willing to pay for. And I'll help you position it so that you sell it and meet the right people who pay for it. And you go out there and market it. with the things I'll lay out for you to do step by step, you will go and implement and you'll see signs that it's working and you'll see results. All right. Thank you so, so much, everyone. Value Mama Academy. Thank you. Message in a mess with joy. Thank you. Wow, we had a swell time tonight. Honestly, I'm so grateful you all joined me tonight. And I'm already seeing the messages drop in. Thank you. As you drop your messages, my assistant will respond, giving you details to pay. Please go ahead and pay. Don't lose this opportunity because it may just be you trying to figure this out on your own. And we don't know how long that would take. So collapse time, and let's make it work. All right. So thank you, everyone. And yeah, to those who are hanging out with me this coming week, sitting down with me one on one in an exclusive session, I can't wait to do this with you. I'm always excited to do this with my clients. And welcome to my world. All right. So thank you, everyone. And let's enjoy the rest of our evenings. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.